welcome everyone. We are recording this session, so I'll behave and make sure that everyone is able to hear correctly. Thank you for everyone for joining us. I want to share with you, if you look at the participants, we have a new one that I've asked to join us, and that is Lane Kohama. Last week, we talked about the makeup of this club was all old people. And even though Conrad said that he was not young, I thought it was important that we get a young person in. So I invited Lane to come and join us. And he has been to Zone and has attended the membership training. And he was also a speaker. I remember I was there one year when he and Wendy were part of that. And so he has a lot to bring in, and he knows the club and he can add. So thank you, Lane, for being here. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's start with the numbers. Where are we right now? Got the report in from RI, and we're showing at 1502, but realize that RI is never as up to date as we are. So if it is changed, and if it's in the plus, that would be awesome. Okay, so that report was as of now. The report said September. So I just wanted to share that. Sally is still not here, so I will report for her. So far right now, since July, we've had 3 leads. 2 of them were assigned to the club. One of the club had contacted, and another one has not followed up, which is, there's 3 altogether. So she is going to follow up on that because it has been a week since it was referred to a club. I can't find the Zoom link. Sorry, we'll join. Okay, do me a favor, somebody. Will you text Connie? She said she can't find the link, and let her know what the Zoom number and password is. It's on the agenda, but that's okay. If you can do that for me, that helps. Or my brain is not going to be there. So Sally mentioned that she had followed through. She had a guy named Ben, and she's going to follow through with that individual. So far, we've only got 3 that have come in. The next one online I have is Connie, but
Nalani, one question: How did she get those leads? So people just call in, right?
No. Okay. Can I?
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
I can explain, but that's okay. Go ahead.
So Rotary International has a leads program, and people will go to the Rotary International website and put their information in. Now, some of the clubs here locally, and including the district, have a link that says join us. That link will go to the Rotary International Leads program. And so the last 2, they came to the website because of the Rotary International ads on TV. Okay, so I did report to Jarita that those ads were working, that people are coming to the website.
Okay.
Okay, is Connie on yet? No, not yet. Okay, so let's go with you, David. How's it going on Kauai? Any new information as far as forming a club? I know you were looking to work with West Kauai.
Yes, I talked to Ray. Excuse me. I talked to Ray Paler, and there is another person, Rick Cox, that's in the Lehui Club, and he's working on a contact that somebody for the new Space Force that's going to be coming on or is already here on island, because I think there's several dozen people moving to the island that are going to be a part of this new Space Force that we've got with the Air Force. So we're going to work on doing a club out there. That's just taking longer because of COVID and everything on this island. You know, it's although we don't have but 2 cases, it's still pretty much, you know, shut down from anybody coming from anywhere else. So I do know that the Hanalei Club is expected to bring on at least 2 new members this fall. They had targeted 4, but they're standing at 2. And Jim and I are working on 2 new members for the Lahui Club. I have not heard back from the Kapa'a Club, but I know that Ted and Rick are aggressively trying to put people in the Poipu Club as well. I think our weakness club on this island, simply because of the mean age of the club is much higher, would be the West Club, the Waimea Club. So that's kind of why I was hoping to be able to integrate maybe some Air Force personnel or the Space Force personnel, people that have moved to the island to work in that capacity for the government that are Rotarians. So that's kind of what we're working on. Just haven't had much developments of late.
Okay, you do know that we're here to help you and to get that going and stuff like that. Okay, we can give you some steps on what you can do, but you're going to hear that.
The last meeting we had that thing with I think Winton Shoneman showed us a video.
Plan, yes.
I've got that link and I've looked at that, and I kind of went through that because back in District 6510 in Mount Vernon, when I was president, they were in the process of forming a new club in Southern Illinois. So I kind of saw them from afar go through that process. So I've kind of been through that before. So.
Oh, okay. Naomi had her hands up.
David, with your Radio Polio Plus Day program, is there a hook on that for membership?
I have sent that to the different presidents of the club, because last year we tried it and we didn't do it on the exact day last year. That's what I want to do this year. But see, each one of these Rotary clubs, we're in need of fundraisers. We've had all our fundraisers. Kapa'a didn't do Taste of Hawaii. We're not doing our sugar mill run. So this may be a chance for us to make back some of that money. And I've got it okayed by my boss to do it again this year, because we're basically giving up free radio time for these people. And I'm going to be making the round of phone calls this week to see if the other clubs want to be involved in that, because we do not reach up to Hanalei. Our station only reaches 4 of the 5 clubs on an island. But, you know, this just takes a concerted effort. I don't want these people, you know, if we price this thing at a $100 donation, get you this on the radio, and it's a tax write-off for Rotary, et cetera, I want to make sure that we make them at least $1,000. You know, it's just not worth doing unless we can actually get out and sell that. But I think it can be done, but it's just going to take a concerted effort by these clubs. And considering they don't have the fundraising they've had in years past, maybe we'll get behind this a little better this year. So I'll let you know when I know that if we are going to be doing that or not.
Oh, so David, the fundraiser is for Polio Plus, or is it for a fundraiser for the clubs?
No, it's fundraiser for the clubs. They can do with it what they want. I mean, that's how I'm getting them involved. I mean, I didn't think about doing it for Polio Plus. I was just thinking about, because I mean, each president is wondering how we're going to raise money for these scholarships and everything. So we need to kind of help out the local clubs as well. But I just wanted to do it to call attention to polio. See, where I got this idea from, it was done in Washington State. Okay, the guy that used to be here on island, they would do this in Washington State with some other clubs. And I mean, it kind of became a year thing, and they always did it on either World Rotary Day or World Polio Day, which may be the same. Am I right?
No. No.
Those are 2 different dates, right?
Okay, well, anyway, couple of things. It would be good to have a membership hook on that radiothon that you're doing. But if it's on World Polio Day, October 24th, it should be for Polio Plus. But, you know, we are doing a district silent auction. So talk to me afterwards about that, because we're on the 24th, we're going to have an information session on fundraising for the clubs.
Okay, anybody have any questions? Or okay, Connie, glad to see that you're here. Do you want to share anything on what's happening on your side of the island?
Okay. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Thank you, Sandy. She sent me the link. I don't know what I did with it. I must have put it in some folder and don't remember what folder I put it in. But anyway, it's been was a busy August, and I met with Win, and I don't know if I should say anything now, Win, or are you going to say this?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You.
Well,
Great.
yeah, so we met about forming a new, I guess it's an Malka to Makai. So Win kind of named it that, and I thought that was such a great name, Malka to Makai Club for the whole Big Island. And he hooked me up with Nestorio from Kona. And so Nestor and I are working on step-by-step. So Win kind of had it set up step-by-step how to form a club. And so we're right now in the beginning stages, but we're trying to identify a champion, and I guess we're working from, Naomi, you know that list you had of former Rotarians. So we're starting off there, trying to find a champion there. And we want to, per Win's suggestion, we're trying to find 1 or 2 champions, preferably east and west side, both. And before we really get started and really trying to promote this, we're trying to get our champions in place so that they can be with us from ground level. And so that's where we're starting. And so we have kind of like set deadlines and goals. So end of this week, we want to try to make sure and reach out to the champions and hopefully hear back from them. So on that level, doing that, I was asked to speak actually at the one of the other Hilo clubs because it was membership month. So I got to do that, and I got to talk to them a lot, and so that was fun. Let's see what else. Oh, did I already tell you guys?
Honey, is it a conventional club?
Yes.
It's a
Hilo Bay.
conventional. Okay.
Hilo Bay. Oh, but you mean the Malka to Makai? No,
Yeah.
it's I guess a hybrid club. So it'll be, because it's east and west, you know, the geographically it's like 100+ miles apart. So it's going to be mostly I would think virtual.
Okay.
So any suggestions, Alan, would be welcome, because I know you're an expert at that too. So anyway, so we're just starting off on that. And I don't know if I spoke about the focus groups we had in August. Did I share with you guys about that? But so for membership month in my club, we did focus groups. I think I did tell you guys about this, didn't I? Okay,
Well,
Naomi.
good, because Naomi wasn't there, and we didn't have Lane and some others had. So very quickly you can.
Okay, so real quick, we just broke up the members by years in Rotary, and then we had just individual focus groups, one every week. And it was very telling, because we found out what our club is doing right and what we need help in. And so we've already kind of tried to take the challenges that we've had and try to already, get them going. And so the members are seeing that, okay, that the club is listening to them and their concerns. So we're already starting to change some things in the club. And so the success story in this, well, there's a lot of success stories, but one of the success stories is this one member who's been in the club for like 20, almost 30 years, and he never has done anything in the club. He just sits there and criticizes and complains and doesn't like change. You guys all know members like that.
There's one in every club.
Or maybe 2 or 3, right? But this guy, I mean, from the get-go, he emailed me when he heard about this, and he asked me, I have some concerns about our club. And I was like, uh-oh. And then he said, is this the right place to voice these concerns? And I said, yes, definitely. I'd love to have you. And so he actually came to his first focus group and the next one after that. And then he volunteered to head up a committee to do some changes. And he's like, I mean, he's like on fire now. I'm so shocked. This guy is like so scary, you know? He's so intimidating because he's a professor and he's very, very smart. And so, you know, I'm like, oh, but then he's like so on fire now. In fact, at our last meeting, he emailed, BCC'd me on an email to one of the guys who were speaking and said, you know, suggested that, asked him if you could give me some contact names because he goes, we in the club are looking for movers and shakers in our community. And he said, you know, I'd love to sponsor this person and get me in there and give me the contacts. And I'd be like, wow, I can't believe this is the same guy. And this is just from the focus group. So it was a huge success, you know, and so I look forward to more focus groups. And I don't know, is that it, Nalani, or did you want me to talk about?
Oh, no,
okay,
if that's what you
it
have,
then. All
that's
right.
fine. Okay, well, I got no response from Kwanzaa, but maybe Naomi would like to kind of fill us in what's happening on Maui. So we have all the islands together.
Okay, so
Respond.
I understand that Wynn is talking to Wendy Hornack about something about a business spin on a club. And she and Kwanzaa are working that out with some of the ideas because she was already working on that for satellite for Upcountry on a business spin. But the Valley Isle is going to be an e-club, and they're having a meeting on Thursday inviting some of the former members to the e-club. So she has 2 members that she's inducting on Thursday.
So you're going to have 2 new clubs on Maui?
Well, no, so I'm only working with Valley. Okay, so if Wynn is working with Wendy, that's something else I'm not involved
Oh,
with.
okay. I was just asking. Yeah. Okay.
I'm only working with Valley, okay, so, and Lanai. So Lanai, we had a meeting. I called a meeting with the members, and they are very motivated to expand their club. So we're going to be, one of the members is thinking about a service project, about ads in the paper. Elton, the principal, has several people that they want to bring into the club. So we had Mariko, Wendy Hornack, Brad Bunn, Joanne Laird on the call. And so we've got a lot of ideas for reviving that club. They want to keep it going. They're willing to make the effort to get more members, get people to be on the board. Ingrida is a temporary president right now, but she doesn't have time to be the permanent. So we're looking for someone, we need leadership in that club as well as Valley. So Wendy Acosta is willing to be the president for now, but when we get other people, we need more leadership, and Joanne Laird knows that we need leadership in the Valley Club.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the information as a FYI. And that's the reason, right? Any chance of extending to Molokai to be a part of that?
There is one club that is working with the school there. They want to start an interact on Molokai.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe from there we can expand to a Rotary club. But right now we need some, if you guys are going to do that, then that's fine.
No, I was just, as you were talking, I just made me think about Molokai, you know, as an area. To kind of build up that club.
Is there a club on Molokai?
No, Molokai, no, not yet. But Joanne, folks do go to Molokai to read to the students at the elementary school, so they have connections there. And so that's why they're looking into doing an interact at Molokai. Same with Lanai. We're looking at starting an interact club on Lanai.
I remember Joanne had a very strong relationship through the RILA program with the 2 schools, and then they have something very much in common. And I thought maybe that if there was a possibility that they might join forces and be able to offer the opportunities for them and as an introduction. I mean, the kids know what Rotary through RILA, but then the teachers or advisors or whatever that might be interested. That was it. Thank you, Naomi. Okay, let's see, Jeff.
Nothing to report. Only joking.
Only joking. Okay.
No, I've hit a stone wall with going down to North Shore or talking to people from North Shore. What I want to do actually is go down there in person and stop off at the businesses that are open. I think a lot of the resistance is because of all this stuff that's going on with COVID and financial issues and businesses staying open or closing. It's kind of a tough time to talk community service clubs. But I'll try my best. Other than that, I haven't gotten anything from the other Wahoo clubs, so I'm not sure how they're doing or if they need any training or if they need assistance in the area, but I'm always available for that. I still really want to go down to North Shore and as far out as Turtle Bay to see if I can actually talk to business owners or managers in person. Telephones, I don't like telephones.
Well, as a FYI, I chatted with Dick May, and he does some work out that way, and he knows people in the work that he's doing. And there's a possibility, I said, is there a group that I can come and talk story and share what Rotary is, you know, a backyard type of atmosphere. And he said he would look into that. The other thing, this is only a FYI, I've been invited to be a speaker at the Echo Club. And I remember I mentioned to you about April Bullis, and she is the one that lives in Wailua, belongs to the Echo Club.
You mentioned her before.
Huh?
You mentioned her before. Yeah, she's
Yes.
dynamic,
And
right?
so I'm going to be talking to that club. So I'm just waiting to see what day is available and ask them what is it that they want me to talk to them about, you know. And partly was membership and stuff like that. But I will plant the seed of an opportunity and see where they're at, since they are not just community-based, but, you know, because they're into Echo, and there's a lot of young people out that way, like April, who does want to live off the grid and want to take care of the environment. So we'll see how that one goes.
Is this meeting with the Echo Club going to be Zoom or in person?
This would be like a normal Zoom meeting, a club meeting. They just Peter Evans asked me if I would be open to being a speaker. I said, sure, just tell me what you want. And so he mentioned membership. So
Can you invite me to that? Can you invite me to that one?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll let the group know
Okay.
when they have scheduled me for that. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
'cause I'd like to join you.
Okay.
Nalani, thank you for following up with April, because, you know, I did talk to her about helping, because she does know people in Wailua. Now, Jeff, Mac knows a lot of people on the North Shore, and isn't your club doing a project on the North Shore soon?
We're thinking of doing something in Wailua, Wailua Circle, just before the high school. It's a roundabout where there's some trees that we may want to remove, and almost like Weed Circle going into Haleiwa.
So because Mac knows a lot of people on that side, is it possible to get the people who went to that introduction meeting to help with that? But try and consider doing one on that side, Wailua, Haleiwa side, and Laie on a separate side. And so, you know, Sandy, I talked to Sandy about trying to revive the BYU Rotaract and take over the Kahuku Interact, because Lane's club is not going to be doing the Interact there. And if we could start a club in the Laie side to take over, to help with BYU and the Kahuku Interact, then I think they're a tighter community. So it might be separate from the Haleiwa Wailua side.
Yeah, but you have the Marriott there, you have Turtle Bay, so they're near each other. So That's a good point. But I'd like to get April's contact information so I can start dialogue with her.
Naomi, the Honolulu Club is not the BYU sponsor?
No.
Not,
No.
not
So
anymore?
BYU is terminated, and so no club is sponsoring them. There is no Rotaract at BYU right now, and so we're talking with the Windward clubs to come together to see if they can start it. But Cheryl at Kaneohe said that they can help, but they're not in the position to be the sponsor. So we need to find people in that area to help with that. So it would be a good thing to start a club and let them help that Rotaract and Interact club right in the community.
Okay. Any questions, anyone so far? Okay, I don't see Conrad on yet. So Win, you're up.
Okay, so I would add to Connie's report that one of the challenges that we're facing is concern from clubs on the Big Island about adding another club. It's the same thing that we continue to face every year. We could use some support from assistant governors and other leaders on the Big Island with respect to developing a new club in terms of a positive outlook on that, rather than looking at a new club as challenging their ability to develop new members in their own clubs. Maui talked to Kwanzaa and to Wendy Hornack, and they're both in favor of pursuing a hybrid club that would focus on business leaders on Maui. So we're going to have a conversation about that this coming week and solidify that. See if that's really what we want to do. Kauai and Oahu are in the plans coming forth, as well as hopefully in the next month or so, we can get some people together to look at future extensions, future clubs, and demographics in the areas that we might look at pursuing. I will be on the North Shore tomorrow at Ho'olanapua, and one of the things that they have asked about is a stronger Rotary connection. Jessica Munoz does live on the North Shore and has rental property there, so that may be also a possible connection that we need to be very careful with. But at least the conversation might be had with respect to connections, people that would be interested in forming a Rotary club out there. And so I'll broach that subject with her tomorrow afternoon. Other than that, no, I think progress. Hilo has set, or Big Island has set a
Target date.
charter date, a soft charter date of February 1st. So I'm happy to see that that commitment is there, and then they worked back there to set some milestone dates. But I'm happy to see that progress is being made. We can look at their other projects in the works.
Okay.
Hey, when? February 23rd.
What's February 23rd?
So it's RI birthday.
Yeah.
For
So
the
they-
charter. Hey, so when you said the clubs are resistant on the Big Island for forming another club, can you tell me who that is? Because
well, no,
Alex
so
Clark-
Connie should answer that one. 'Cause
So Connie mentioned that if there was any key kind of ways to approach it with clubs, because she was getting some pushback from club members. Nobody specifically. It's the same. We go through that wherever we go, and we talk about opening new clubs. But if we could get support from Big Island leaders, just that they talk about it and are positive about it, then I think that helps Connie and Nestor's job. It makes their job easier.
Okay, so I think it's maybe the way that we do this, because when we talked with Nestor, Alan Clark is willing to help. He said he was willing to help, but they're talking about the Kona side. So,
so they're working together. Connie and Nestor are working together for an all-island hybrid club. And that's
So
the
we're-
conversation that we've had, unless they've been given other guidance or something else.
we're
That
trying
was,
to, oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, Connie.
Connie?
We're trying to, as much as possible, get equal representation from both sides, east and west of the island. And the pushback that Wynn's talking about is I guess not so much a new club, but a satellite club, because I had mentioned it to some of our club leaders that how they felt about maybe having a satellite club. And so we could start off slow, and then, and then once you get to 20, and that was the first thing I got back was like, well, but then we're going to lose members after that, And so I'm trying to tell them that it's like a feather in our cap, the club's cap to start a new club. But so I was just asking Wynn and Nalani about, how to approach that kind of resistance. And so I think the way that we're going to approach it is ask them to actually sponsor a club as opposed to have a satellite club. And, it's kind of same end goal, but I think with less resistance. And then, and it's, I guess, because we're at first targeting the former Rotarians, I think it's not as, it's a little bit easier for them to swallow maybe. So anyway, that's the thinking there. But yeah, that was the only pushback actually.
okay, so maybe it's the Hilo side, but I think the Kona side might be open to it. So, if you want to start on the Kona side and do a satellite there, but Alan Clark said that there is a good possibility to start something up. So he's kind of open to it.
Oh, okay.
Naomi, when I talked to Alan, he was not receptive, not during Eric's year. I talked about it, and his door was closed to me, the idea of doing this. And I said, I got a positive response at your district assembly meeting. And I said, people were really interested about the E-Club. And he goes, well, I will ask them. And then he came back to me and he said, I checked with all the clubs and no one said that, that they were interested.
Okay.
He wasn't there because he was attending a funeral.
Okay.
So
people.
Maybe he changed.
Maybe he's changed. Maybe, maybe we can approach that.
It sounds like a rotary phone.
A rotary phone.
You got that.
That's good. That's good. I like that one. Okay, let's see how this goes, and if the group if we can get an island-wide group and it's big enough on both sides, then we can maybe branch out into break that into two clubs or something of that sort. But for now, they're trying to work out the plans. That's what.
I think we ought to let Connie and Nestorio, run with it. I don't think we need to, I think they're doing a great job, and I'm confident that they'll be able to move things forward.
Okay.
And you know what, I feel good that if we need help, that there's always that support from everyone. Yeah. So thank you.
Okay. All right, so since Conrad's not here, the next thing I want to bring up is this coming weekend, we're having our membership webinar. And then we start from 10 to 11:30. And so I thought I would open it up first. And I wanted to talk a little bit, opening about our engaging members in a virtual setting, and talk to them, see how that's going. Then I wanted to break out it into groups, and then in the break room, and then I thought we can give them a topic. I saw a report that came to me from RI regarding a survey that was done on several clubs all over. And it was a club planning assistant, and our clubs participated. And the biggest challenge they had three selection: attracting new members, engaging members, and delivering value, or none. Our club is thriving. Naomi, your club must be doing fantastic, because your president said none. We have no challenge. Our club is thriving. So congratulations. I've heard other clubs not. Of the attracting new members, 7 clubs said that that's their biggest challenge. And of the other one, it is 6 clubs that are engaging members and delivering value. So what I thought might be a good, and this is just an idea, not set in stone, feedback from the group. I thought I would open it up, do a break room session, maybe 20 minutes. How long have you been doing break out rooms, Naomi? Is it 20, 25 minutes?
Well, it depends on what the topic is, because you know, when we do
the topic
breakouts.
is going to be on how to attract new members. That's what the topic is going to be. So I thought 20, 25 minutes, come back. They're going to share with the group, each of these group, talk a little bit. Then they're going to go back to a session again, and we'll do how to engage members and delivering value. And then come back, share that, and then I'm going to end with the value of Rotary, and how to share the value of Rotary. I thought that way. Now, anybody have any other suggestions you want to do?
Can you run down what the time and what you want to cover?
I thought from shoot, I wrote it down somewhere. 10 to 10:15 is opening, and then 20 to 25 minutes after that would be, I will send it to you, would be the breakout session. And then we come back and we talk about that, then back out again, and for 20 minutes. And then it came out where I have 15 minutes at the end for closing, for sharing of the last item. I will give that to you, so that would make it easier. Are you the host, or is Benson the host?
I'm the host. Okay, so what is the goal of this meeting for the membership? What is the outcome that you want?
I want to address the biggest problem the club says that they are having, and that other clubs may be having that. How to improve attracting new members. But this is an idea. If anybody else have something better or want to add, this would be a good time. But that's where I figured, since they did the survey and this is what they came back with, so that means that if these people have, there must be more clubs who are suffering from the same thing.
Oh, that's true. And they're all, you know, you have different things, different issues. And so we need to kind of address them. And so it's not one at a time. It's we need to address several things. So we already did the membership drive webinar, right? And so we need to follow up with that. And Connie, you know, I did tell the AGs that you would be willing to talk to the presidents at their AG meetings. And so I would like to have that done, because they already talked about membership drives and how to bring in members. So let's follow up with that. How are you doing? And see if we can do that on the drive part. But there's also the retention part. So, you know, Connie, you're attraction and retention. So we need to also look at retention. And so one of the things is when they bring in a new member, the orientation process, I think we need to go over. So, you know, for the E-Club, Steve does a really good job at orientation, and you know, maybe he can share that. So orientation is one, engagement is another. So there's so many different parts that we need to take care of. So
It sounds like you've already communicated all of this, because this is all new to me. It sounds like you've already talked to Connie of what is happening and stuff like that. And I'm not aware of those
No,
things.
so remember, yeah,
Topic
well,
sounds like not relevant in what you're saying
okay,
for Saturday.
Nobody, remember we did talk about this, that when she was reaching out to the North Hawai'i and getting some flack from them on the goals. So I said, let me talk to the AGs so that Connie can talk to the presidents at the AG meetings when they have the presidents together. So this is a while ago. So if we can use this membership webinar to address these different things, I think it would be a good thing. So one is attraction, one is retention, one is engagement. And so maybe you want to cut back the time on the breakout so that we have more to talk, because this is the one time that you really can get to the membership chairs.
Okay, so you want attraction, retention, and engaging.
Well, that's kind of what you said, right? But if we can give some time during the webinar to cover all of those things and bring in people. So Wendy Hornak, she has a goal of bringing in 2 members a month. Okay, and she has a lot of great ideas on how to reach out, how to ask, and it would be good for her to kind of share what she has, because she says she's not looking for numbers, she's looking for Rotarians that fit, and that's exactly what Holger said, right? Holger said, look for members, don't worry about the numbers, look for people who fit. And so she has a really good story. And then for the orientation side, Waikiki has a really good orientation program, and so does E-Club. And so if we can kind of share those ideas in breakout rooms, so if you have shorter breakout rooms, then you can share, they can be the host for several breakout rooms and talk about what they do. So instead of going 20, 25, maybe make it 15 minutes.
So you have speakers lined up to do
No,
this?
no. That's why I'm asking, if you guys.
You have people already suggesting, that they have good ideas. Sounds like you have something in mind.
Well, yeah, I'm giving you the suggestions of who would be good. I didn't talk to them about this. But the breakout room should have a leader of facilitators that can help with the making sure they write down, because breakout rooms, you cannot record all of the breakout rooms. So someone has to be the scribe to come up with the ideas, and would be good if we can put all of the ideas on paper so we can send it out to all of the chairs.
I had discussed with some of the club members of them wanting to be a facilitator to help out in the breakout session, and did recommend that we have, since the facilitator might be busy, have someone selected in the group to take notes and report when we come back together, and the facilitator, so that if there was anything missing, that they would be able to add to that.
Mm-hmm. So how many breakout rooms, how many people per breakout room?
I have no idea how many people's going to show up on Saturday. And the average is what, 20, 25? So if that was the case, I told the group, we'll divide that by three groups, maybe smaller, 18, 6 people, 7 people, I'm not sure. We'll start with 3 groups to be prepared to talk about this stuff and facilitate this.
Well, hopefully you get more than 25. I mean, we had a Zoom.
I have no idea.
We had a Zoom yesterday with 35 people for foundation, and it should be more than just the chair, right? We're asking the whole committee to come, right?
The committee will be there.
No, the membership committees, because so last year, the membership committees in every club, we were asking them to have 5 people per membership committee, right? And so I'm continuing that to ask for 5 people at minimum for every club membership committee. So if we're inviting the membership committee, then hopefully you'll have more.
Okay, so I'm looking at 4 breakout sessions.
Okay. And so this is random, right?
On what your suggestions are.
So it's random,
one for
random, right?
retention, one for engaging, and one for orientation.
Well, no. So if you're talking about, your first part is about, sorry, Nalani, what did you say?
Breakout room topics.
Okay, so the breakout rooms are not talking about the same thing. They're going to be talking about different things.
So all these topics are to be spoken to the group before they go into the breakout rooms. And when they're in the breakout rooms, you want questions available for them to talk, get dialogue, best practices, or something, not on these topics that you have here. I'm sorry, I'm a little dense because I had so many meetings today.
Is there a reason for all of us to be here?
Yes, because I want to be at the meeting, at the webinar.
We'll be there.
Yeah. It's important to have an understanding of what's going to happen so that don't you think so? Or am I wrong? So that you're aware of what we're going to do. I think it's important so that when we're on the same page and that when we are taking care of Saturday, we understand. I'm just trying to understand the format on this so that the facilitators can be prepared. Anybody else? Sorry to be so long. So, okay, I'm unclear, but would you please go over it again, what you want? Because I'm not getting it straight in my head. From beginning to end with breakout rooms for the group that is coming, Naomi. What is it that you want?
It's not what I want. I was trying to see what you were talking about. Okay, so you said you had 10 to 15 minutes to the opening, then you have a breakout, right? So the first breakout is on what topic?
Attracting new members.
Okay. So if we could go 15 minutes and then you want another discussion after that on what came out of the right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So that'll bring you to that's already 35 minutes. Okay. So the next so then you're going to speak for share ideas for 10 minutes, right? And then what is the next the next topic is what?
The next one would be how to engage members and deliver value.
Okay, so who's the presenter on that one?
No, it's in the breakout room, the discussion on that topic. The participants in the room will ask them, how are you engaging and delivering value for your clubs? And then after that, then we can share together. I have some things about delivering value that I can share and add to it. I don't know who the participants are, what their level of understanding is, and I would like to be able to hear what their concerns are or bring it out where everybody may have the same concerns and we try to address those. That's part of the, I hope, the training.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, and then I was just going to end with the delivering value. Rotary, of being a Rotarian.
Okay, so there's no content because sometimes they need to have guidance on what the best practices are. So it might be good to have some presenters.
That's why I was asking when you brought out suggestion of people, if you had talked to them about being a presenter because you said that they were good in certain areas like Wendy Hornack and someone else, and that's why I was asking. If there are other speakers that you had in mind that you wanted to be, it's only to enhance the education and time of the people that attend. That's the only question I'm asking you. If you do, then this way, and if you have, then we can reach out to them if they're available. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's ask the committee for recommendations.
Okay, now I heard Wendy Hornack, Naomi, you said she had some ideas on what?
On asking people to be members, how to add, because her goal is to add 2 new members every month.
Okay, and who was the one that does that good at orientation?
Well, Steve Savo at the E-Club has a really good spiel, and so does the Waikiki Club. Well, it's Gloria King who has that, but you got to ask somebody else in Waikiki.
Okay, but what was the guy's name at the E-Club?
Steve
Steve
Savo. S-Z-A-V-O.
I got it. Okay.
Liz Kane does a good one too.
Who?
Liz Kane.
Liz Kane on orientation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just putting down the names here so we don't.
Oh, that's an excellent idea. Anybody else?
Oh, I'm sorry, King. You know, I'm not familiar with these people.
Gloria King wrote it up for Waikiki, but you need to ask somebody else in Waikiki to do it.
Oh, okay. Who was the one that you said would be good in orientation?
Elizabeth or Liz.
Got it. Liz Kane. Got it.
Kane, K-A-N-E.
Got it. And who has okay, attracting new members was Wendy Hornack.
Yeah.
Engaging members or orientation was Liz Kane and Steve Savo. And oh, I got
Connie's good at attracting new members.
okay.
She's done that before.
Okay, how about engaging members? Anybody have ideas on engaging members? Who would be good? Those are the 3 topics, right? Retention, orientation, attracting new members, and how to engage members. Those are the three different discussion groups that I thought I heard.
Well, and also the value proposition. So Nalani was saying the value proposition at the end, right?
Yeah, how to engage. Well, one of them was how to engage members and bring value. Any ideas on that?
So after that, then I will end with the value proposition.
Okay.
But that might be a good breakout session too for sharing, Nalani.
Okay. So we're looking at 4 breakout, or did you want more, or having these 4 things being discussed in the breakout rooms and brought back together to share the findings?
I think it's hard to do all 4 at the same time. If you do one topic at a time, might be better.
Okay, all right, so we're on the same page on that one. Okay.
So does that mean you would have the speakers speak for a few minutes and then break out, then come back, share, another speaker speak, break out, share?
Yeah. If that's okay.
The way I
Sounds
understood
good.
it.
That works.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and reach out to these people and see if they're available to help with that. I've not heard Steve Savio as a presenter. Lane, if you can unmute, can you tell me, would he be a good presenter? Lane?
I only saw him talk about the membership orientation just a couple weeks ago. So how long do you need him to talk for, you think? You had him.
We're looking maybe what, about the 10 to 50 minutes. It depends.
Yeah, I mean, I think he might need a little bit more direction, but Liz and, finding someone else for Gloria would be really good. I mean, I could help give Steve some direction for sure. But he is a little bit newer in Rotary, but
Okay.
I haven't really heard him just focus on membership, to be honest. He just started this year as a membership on the membership committee for our club. But he's
Okay.
definitely passionate.
Okay.
So Lane, would there be another person that could do it then if he's new?
Well, I mean, I just looking at the list here that was there, like, I like Wynn's suggestion with Liz Kane, and finding someone for Gloria, like you mentioned, would be good, because I've heard Gloria talk about membership at the Waikiki Club. They're both good. So.
What about you? Can you do it, the orientation?
Yeah, sure. If the other ones don't pan out, I'll be more than happy to help wherever I can. Absolutely.
I have another question. That's a good backup. Of the topics, how about engaging members, since we're looking for younger faces? Younger.
Sure. Yeah, if I still look young and I'm still drinking the fountain of youth, I'll do what you need me to do. Absolutely.
Well, I want somebody to be comfortable. I know you went to Zone and did that, you and Wendy, but I just want to make sure that it is something, how do you engage, or is your club engaging?
I feel we're very engaging, but wherever Puka you can plug me in, if you need help, I'll fill up whatever Puka you need.
You're the backup. Okay.
Okay, I'll be backup. Absolutely.
You sound like a backup. Okay.
Sounds good.
Now, only anybody that might be good at engaging besides Connie. Connie, did you want attraction or did you want engaging?
What? So wait a minute. That
Did you fall asleep on me? I'm the one who's tired. 4 meetings. Oh gosh. I wanted to ask, which one did you want to talk about? Because we have the attraction, I know your attraction and you have engagement. Of the two, which would you like to talk about? Which you have a passion for? Now that I heard Wendy's really good and she has a passion because she has a goal.
But then, okay, but Wendy is doing attraction, right? So I thought that's what we were talking about. Just like all of a sudden my name came up, I'm like, what?
Well, because I didn't want to leave you out.
What?
So I have a backup in case.
No, I don't feel like that at all. Nolani.
Okay. I know you don't worry at all, but I think Naomi would love to have you participate in that.
No, Wendy sounds like she has some, because it's really short, right? It's only like 5 minutes or so, right?
5 or 10 minutes.
You know me, you give me, I'm going to talk like 20 minutes, so you don't want that. Cut her out.
What about engaging members?
Yeah, okay. Well, like Lane said, if you have a puka to fill, I mean.
Well, I got you a backup. Now I'm just
Lane, you.
He's the backup. He's the backup.
Go for it, Lane, because everybody's sick of hearing me talk for 20 minutes. So.
Oh, they love you. I'm the backup girl. I'm the backup quarterback. You're the starter.
Go for it, because like I said, I'll take 20 minutes. You want only 5, so. Now, whatever you let me know. But I think Lane, like you say, you want a young face there, so, Lane could be my son.
Be my son. He could be all of our sons.
Yeah, so whatever you need, you just let me know.
It sounds like, Lane, you got engaging members.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Okay. And then orientation, How about I go to Liz, since when you mentioned that. Does that work? When?
Yeah, no, that works. I think she'll do a great job.
All right, so a value proposition would be the last. And when? I'll talk a little about value proposition, but that seems to be your favorite word too. So we can be a duo together and make sure. Will that work with you?
Absolutely, whatever you need.
Good. All right.
Yep.
Let's do a teamwork here. Oh gosh. All right, guys. Good. Looking good. Looking good. Anything else, Naomi?
Yeah, I wanted to see if you can follow up after this with the membership chairs. So having meetings with the membership chairs to follow up on their ideas, how they're coming along, so that you can reinforce what they're talking about and help mentor them. Is that possible?
Of course. Okay. Now, is this after the meeting?
After every month, could you every month, is it possible to keep in contact with them, or at least, you know, if it's on top of mind, to help them with keeping it at the top of the mind, to because they should have action plans, right?
Have it in their face.
Right. So they want to have an action plan when they come out of this and actually execute that action plan.
Oh, I know somebody who creates a nice action plan. Okay, they talk with the membership chairs. Oh boy. Okay, maybe we might shorten the break room so I have time to talk with the chairs. All right. How long does it normally take? When you say every month, you have a special meeting with them?
We don't have a meeting. That's you guys to do. I'm just suggesting if you want to do that, to keep in touch with them.
I got what you said. Okay. Sorry. Brain dead right now.
So we're having monthly meetings with the club trainers. Okay, so it's always the third Monday of every month is with club trainers. Okay, and then the youth program, youth service, they're meeting every month. So, you know, if you want to keep in touch with the membership chairs every month, you can do that.
Okay, that is the first Monday at 7 p.m.
No, that one is for presidents. That's presidents. The third Monday of every month is for club trainers.
Okay. Okay.
Nalani, so just to let you know, I have the zone class till 10:30 on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, don't worry.
Okay.
We'll make yours the last.
Okay, sure.
So you'll what time? Till 10:30. Yeah. No. Yeah. Don't worry.
I think Conrad's in there
I'll
too.
adjust the time to make sure that you and Conrad are back in time. Because he's attending that same meeting like you.
Yes, thank you. Just thought I'd let you know.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, guys. Let me see what else. Okay, we did the webinar meeting. Anything else? Gang? Don't go quiet on me.
Nope, I'm good.
All right. You're good? Great. Win? You're good. Okay, Connie? You're good? Jeff? Okay. And Galaxy. Oh, no, Yoleti. Thank you so much.
I am
You're
good.
good? Okay,
Yes.
it's good to have you on this call. Thank you. And I
Thank you.
hope you feel better. Okay. Everybody, thank you so much. We'll digest all this and put it together. And so I'll send something out before Saturday so that we'll be on the same page what the program is going to be. Sound good? And then by then I'll try and give the people, the presenters, a call tomorrow. Not tonight. My brain is not already. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Yes.
Have a drink.
I wish I did drink, but no.
Why don't you start?
This is a bad time. I'm just
Just the medicinal wine, you know.
oh, well, at the zone meeting, the zone institute meeting I had today, I mean, they're going to have the wine fellowship and they're opening it up and stuff like that. And I said, yes, and we can share. And I was thinking, oh man, I got 2 more webinars to go after this. Probably could use the trick. But thank you, everyone. Be well,
Okay.
be safe, and I'll check you guys with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.